morning. All right, we're going to get right into it. Theme of the month is Know Thyself. We're going to be exploring Fwd, which means self-study. And self-study means more than just getting into the books. Self-study means literally self-study, turning inward and getting to know thyself. Understanding how to show up as your authentic self, not what others feel that you are. So you hear a lot of people say, I'm a talkative person, or I'm a person that likes to be surrounded by friends. When you say those things, those declarative statements about yourself, I encourage you to look into those statements and find out, are you really that person? Or some days, are you that person that doesn't want to be around anyone? Or are you that person some days that is not super happy? And that's okay. Understanding self-study means knowing who you are at any given moment. No one is the same all the time. And give yourself that permission to be who you are, however you feel. All right, so let's find the center of the mat as we always do. Connecting our sits bones to the mat, rolling those shoulders down and back. Now the theme of the month, as I said, is Know Thyself, studying Fwd, and the pose will be tree pose. We're making like a tree and we're growing in ourselves. So let's find that center of the mat. We're gonna inhale, and just let those palms rest along the sides, not necessarily on the knees today. Let's feel the earth's pulses, the earth's energy, resting the backs of our hands directly onto the earth, fingertips to the sky, garnering that energy as we breathe. I am inhaling, I am exhaling. I am inhaling. All right, so letting that breath settle. Allowing anything that you did before you came to float away, anything you may have to do when you leave. Focusing on right in this moment after repeating that mantra, I am inhaling, I am exhaling. We are starting to feel more grounded, more connected. As we allow that light to focus right in between the eyes. Focusing on our intention, what brought us to the mat today. Maybe focusing on sending love to someone outside of the space, or garnering love from someone to get you through this flow. Or maybe you consider what you can do to grow. Chest and release through the nose. Bringing our palms into heart center as we bow our heads to prepare for the practice. Blinking our eyes open to greet each other in the space. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started with some gentle movements. I'm bringing the blocks in again. In the last video, we kind of talked about using props. So today we have blocks and straps. And I'm just going to have them close by so that we can use them as needed. Lining the top of the mat and bringing the strap here. So we're going to start with the strap, which is really great for getting that engagement. So we're going to inhale, bringing the strap. The arms are going to be a little wider than the shoulders. Bringing the strap about eye level. If you don't have a strap, you can use a jump rope, a belt, anything that you have, that can give you that grip around the house. So lowering lowering the shoulders nice and flat. We're going to inhale as we sweep that belt up, pressing back, keeping that grip on the strap, pulling in either direction. Exhale, lower down, about eye level. Inhale, opening it up. Good. Exhale, lower down, about eye level. Just warming those shoulders up. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now you can keep that grip the same spot, or you can open it a little wider to bring that strap back and let it drop down to that low back. Good. Inhale, bringing it up. Exhale, lowering it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale, up. And lower about eye level. Good. Now lowering those shoulders. Inhale, bring that strap overhead. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lean it to the right. Good. Inhale, back to center, pulling on opposite ends, keeping that tension. Exhale, lower to the other side. Good. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. All right, so one more round. Inhale, straight up. Good. Exhale, drop to the right. Inhale, bring it through the center. Exhale, last time, drop to the left. Good. Now bringing that strap back up. Remember to flatten those shoulders. We're bringing that right strap, the right side down, and then we're going to drop the left. Bringing it all the way around in a circle. Good. Back to center. All right. Keeping that tension. Drop the right. Dip the left. All the way back around in a circle. Good. One more time, drop the right, drop the left, all the way around. Good. Now we're going to go in on the other side. So we're dropping the left, drop the right, bring it around. Good. Drop the left, drop the right, really opening in those shoulders all the way around. Good. Last time, left and right, all the way around. Good. Rolling those shoulders down, take a deep inhale here, exhale, release the strap. Beautiful. Now we're going to take this into the cow face. This strap will make cow face a little easier for you. Now cow face is typically done dropping that right hand in between the shoulder blades. Nice long spine, and then you grip, pulling that shoulder up to the sky and having those fingertips interlaced or hooked together. The whole goal is to have that chest nice and open, elbow driving to the sky. Now a lot of people can't get cow face either on one side or the other, or some are not at that point where they've grown their practice to get either side. So let's try cow face with the strap, making it a little easier. So you're going to take the looped side at the top in that right hand to start. And you're going to bring that left hand behind the back, grabbing that strap and slowly walking those hands together, remembering to drive that shoulder, or excuse me, the elbow up to the sky. And you're just holding onto the strap to make it a little easier wherever feels good. Just remember to drive that elbow to the sky. And we're just going to open that chest and we're going to take 3 breaths here. Letting those knees release and relax. Nice, strong back. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. In and out. Good. Release that strap. Take a few shoulder rolls. Take them back and forward. Good. Now to the other side. So, grabbing that loop at the top with the left hand. Setting it behind the back, reaching around with that right hand. Walking those hands together, sending that elbow straight up to the sky, opening the chest, breathing. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and out. Excellent. Go ahead and release that. All right, so good shoulder work there. All right, so send that off to the side, and we're just gonna find that center of the mat. Now, if you have blocks and you feel like it's a little difficult for you in this crisscross applesauce position. If you don't have blocks, as I said in the last video, you can always use books. Take the blocks under either knee. That will bring the earth closer to you so that if you have space between your knees and the earth, you still can find that opening and you can grow into the space. Yoga is all about letting the pose get into you, not you get into the pose. So it may take you a while to melt into that pose. So just find those blocks on either side of the knees and just breathe here. Deep inhale, deep exhale, walk those hands forward. Getting that flexion in the hip flexors, flat shoulders, gazing forward, inhale, and exhale. Good. Inhale, walk it up. Exhale, right hand goes behind, followed by the left. Roll the shoulders back, gaze it up, deep inhale. Good. Exhale. Good. Bring it to the center. Good. Inhale, we're going to take it to the side, to the left side. Using the block for traction, take that right hand to the outside of the knee for a gentle twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now to the right. Taking that block, using that block for traction, ratcheting yourself around with the knee. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring it back to center. Now we're walking it forward. Good. Sitting in those hamstrings. This is taking all of these movements, breathing, gazing down, and walk it up. Good. Hands float behind, just like we did before. Roll those shoulders back, open the chest, breathe in and out. Good. In and out. Now to the left side, holding on to that block, holding on to the outside of the knee for a twist. Breathe in and out, in and out. Good. To the right side, holding on to the block, breathing in and out, in and out. Last round, bringing it back to center and walking it forward. Good. Working into those hip flexors, breathing in and out. Good. Walk it back up, float it behind. Roll the shoulders back, breathing in and out, in and out to the left. Twisting in and out, in and out. Good. To the right. In and out, in and out. Good. Go ahead and release that. All right, we're going to send those blocks to the top of the mat because we're going to use those to increase our fold in our forward fold. But for now, we're going to find ourselves in tabletop. Remember tabletop. All fours, fingertips nice and wide. We're going to turn that tailbone up to the sky, press those shoulders down, gazing up. Exhale, we're leaning forward. Good for cow. Exhale, bring it back. Curl the spine, roll it up to the sky, push the mat away for cat. Take it back. Good. Bring it forward for cow. Tilt the tailbone up, press the shoulders down. Good. Roll that spine up and take it back. Good. Last time. Tilt it up for cow, gaze it forward. Good. And for cat. Excellent. All right, bring it back to tabletop. Now we're in tabletop here. We want to do a wrist stretch. So we're going to take those right fingertips, turn them towards our body, and bring them down to the earth. All right, so we're on the back of the hand. Go ahead and tilt that tailbone up like you're still in cow. We want that elbow here to be straight. So if you feel your elbow collapsing or bending, back out of this. Now the idea is to get the stretch in that forearm and the wrist. So turning the wrist, fingertips toward the body, resting the weight in the left hand. We're going to lean those hips back. Now lean the hips back only enough to keep that wrist, that arm straight. Now inhale, bring it back to center. Good, keep that elbow straight. Exhale, take the hips back. Inhale, back to center. Last time, take the hips back. Good, nice stretch in that wrist. If you spend a lot of time on the computer, back to center. All right, now release it. Take some of those circles, both directions. Excellent. Now, putting the weight in the right hand, turn the left fingertips towards you. Straight elbow, straight arm. Inhale, take those hips back slightly. Exhale, bring it forward. Good, take it back. Bring it forward. Keep that arm nice and straight. Exhale, take it back. If you find your elbow bending, bring it back because you're missing the stretch. All right, last time, back to center. Release, get some circles in. Good, now open those hands nice and wide. Take them back to the mat under the shoulders. We want full circles, concentrating on those wrists. We're leaning forward like we did an extended cow, bringing it around. Focusing on the wrist, keeping those fingertips nice and wide. Full circles, 3 in each direction. That's 2. Keep those thumbs gripping the mat, fingertips gripping the mat. Good. Now 3 in the opposite direction. 1. Good. 2. And 3. Beautiful. All right. Now let that go. Now we're going to float that right arm up to the sky to thread the needle. Exhale, bring it down, shoulder and cheek to the mat. Breathe here. 2 breaths in and out. Good. In and out. Keep those feet in line with the knees. Inhale as we float that hand back up to the sky. Good. Exhale, bring it down to the mat. Left hand floats up. Exhale, thread the needle, bring it under, shoulder and cheek to the mat, breathe it out. Inhale. Exhale, keep those feet in line with the knees, keep that tailbone turned up, 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Good, focusing on opening those shoulders too, float it back up, and bring it down. Beautiful, all right, from tabletop, flat back, neutral spine, curl the toes, pike the hips. You're in down dog. All right, from down dog, focus on opening the backs of those legs, tilting the tailbone up. Let's bend in opposite knees, press out. Good. Inhale, finding stillness. Exhale, we're gonna bend and hover here. And we're gonna take some bear taps. So we're gonna tap right, tap left. Good, tap right, tap left. Keep those hips nice and level. Tap right, tap left. Bring it back up to down dog. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and walk those feet up to meet the hand. To gain control over your forward fold. So you can take these blocks, high side or flat side, placing them down right above your toes. In forward fold, we're bending over in forward fold. Feeling those hips release. Inhale, palms to shins, tuck the chin, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold to the blocks. Good. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, fold. Last time, tuck the chin, halfway lift. Exhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend the knees. Right leg steps back. Inhale, as we drop the knee, flip the foot, sweep it up, Williana-Vira. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, open. Inhale, both hands go up. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, send that knee back to meet the other. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale to tabletop. Inhale, curl the toes, send those hips up, down dog. Exhale, bend and hover for those bear taps. Exhale as we tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Inhale, back to down dog. Exhale, bend the knees, walk the feet to meet the hands. Back into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale either to the blocks or the mat. Bend the knees. Right leg's gonna go back this left leg's gonna go back this time. Drop the knee, flip the foot, raise it up. Beautiful. Exhale as we open. Inhale, reverse. Exhale as we open. Inhale, both hands go up. Beautiful. Exhale, frame the foot. Sweep that knee back. Lower down. Push it up. Beautiful. Take it back to child's pose. Now from here, we're going to hit that flow for the tree pose, for the pose of the month, and grow like a tree. So we're going to inhale in child's pose just to release what we just did. And then we're going to exhale, roll it up to tabletop. Curl the toes, pike the hips, down dog. Inhale as that right leg floats up, bend the knee, let it open at that hip, and then sweep that foot forward for runner's lunge. Inhale, pressing all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale from here, gathering our drishti, inhaling that belly button into the spine. We're going to send that torso forward as we raise that left knee to crane, flex the foot. Exhale, we're going to take that knee to tree. Heel is going to be above or below the knee, pressing that heel into the leg. Exhale, take it back to crane. Inhale, lean that torso down and stretch that leg out behind, nice and flat for warrior three. Inhale, bring it back up to crane. Exhale to tree. Inhale to crane. Exhale, high crescent lunge. Good. Frame the foot. Send it back. And go through your vinyasa. To down dog. All right, going in on the left. Left leg floats. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Exhale to send that foot forward. Inhale, press it up. Good. Exhale, bring that right knee forward for crane. Good. Take it to tree. Bring it back to crane and warrior three. Take it to crane. Take it to tree. Back to crane and to high crescent lunge. Perfect. Frame the foot and go through your vinyasa. Excellent. Inhale to the knees. Child's pose. Now releasing that flow, allow yourself this moment to release everything that you just did. Take this time to do this flow as many times as you would like to get deeper into these poses and understand how much you've learned on the mat about yourself and try to take that off in the mat. So finding your back in Shavasana, allowing yourself to release this practice, allowing the eyes to close, allowing yourself to rest and release yourself from any judgment that may rest within you from your practice while I hold space for you. Here we'll take that 1 minute of full silence, starting now. toes, bringing yourself back into the space. When you're ready, bringing in one knee at a time into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze hug here. Maybe saying something kind to yourself. I love you. I thank you. I am grateful. Allowing the knees to fall to either the left or the right, pillowing the hands beneath the head upon arrival. I'd like to leave you with a quote from the Wandering Mat. He says the hardest part of Svadhyaya is reading ourselves more carefully than we read others. Remember that this practice isn't about becoming someone else. It is about unbecoming everything that isn't truly you. As you slowly press yourself up into the seated position where we began, let's take 3 last clearing breaths together. Inhaling deeply, exhale, release the identity. Inhale deeply, exhale, release the grip. Inhale, the deepest inhale yet. Exhale, release yourselves. Bowing our heads chin to chest to seal in the practice. The light in me shines because of the light in you. Namaste.